Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're going to be learning how to make a traditional Bengali snack called Soti. It's otherwise known as dried fruit snack. This snack is usually made with mango, but we've added a bit of a twist and used pears instead. For this recipe you're going to need 50 grams of tamarind, 8 to 10 pears, 2 garlic bulbs, some salt and spices and 200 grams of sugar. We're going to start by chopping the garlic into large pieces. You may have noticed we've also cut down our pears into thick slices. Place a large pan on the heat. We put it at a medium heat to begin with, and as you can see we're adding in all of our pears. We won't be needing any oil for this recipe, not until later. We're using the pears that we've grown on our allotment, but you should be able to do this with many other fruits. Over the top of that we're going to add our garlic. And we're adding in our tamarind too. This will add a nice sour taste. We're also going to add our 200 grams of sugar. If you would like it to be less sweet, add less sugar. If you want it to be more sweet, add more. Now it's time to go in with our spices. We're adding some haldi here, about a tablespoon, otherwise known as turmeric. We're also going to be adding in our chili powder. We're adding about 2 tablespoons. Here we're adding in 1 tablespoon of curry powder. We're also adding in 2 tablespoons of ground 5-spice. Here you can see we're adding in about 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Now that you've added all the ingredients, you're going to want to mix it all together. Once it's slightly mixed, cover the pan and leave it on a medium heat for 10 minutes. It should look like this. It should be a little bit easier to mix at this point, so give it another stir, and then we're going to cover it back up for another 10 to 15 minutes. After those 10 to 15 minutes are up, your pears should have softened. Now we're going to use a hand blender to turn it into a puree. It should begin to look like this. You want to use it for a few more minutes to make sure all the large lumps come out. Now we're going to use a small amount of oil in a tray. This is to make sure it unsticks easily. Make sure your tray is evenly coated. Begin spooning your puree onto the tray. Begin to smooth it out into a thin layer. Next we've got to dry it. You can either put it in the oven on a low heat for a few hours, or you can sun dry it. We opted to sun dry it because we've had a few good days of hot weather. Once it's dry, you want to run a knife around the edge so it comes off a little bit easier. You can then pull it up. We've started to roll it so that we can make our fruit rolls. You may also choose to cut it into small pieces. And that's it, a quick recipe on how to make your own Soti at home. Thank you all for watching. Bye!